welcome to my channel. Today I want to play a random players and it's uh, Road to 2000 series going to be, and it is the day one. So I picked a random player and hope you enjoy this game. I'm playing a rapid game here and my player just came. He is Haria or Harry from Indonesia. So playing well, looks like French defense is going on and captures on d5. I'm sorry for display, some network lagging, and I captured. So f4 is looking. I don't play with white f4. That means early f4 is maybe weakening to the king side for white, but I think it's a line. And knight f3 is played now. So what to play? Maybe knight f6 is better for me, or and oh no, bishop is not better, so I just played knight f6 and my opponent d5 responded d4, and now I played bishop e7. Bishop d3, he is planning to castle queen side, so I did it. Also happy castling and now saving my pawn. d5 pawn, that means if I go to bishop g4, now it can be devastating, because now a3 is coming, then my bishop can be stuck. So I'm playing knight d7, knight bd7, queen e2 now. So he is trying to attack on f7, but still I have good defense here. So what to play now? Rook can be played, or then my knight f8 can do something for the defense of a7. Always I have to be careful. So let's see. Let's think how to do. What can we do? And so maybe a6 I can play. I don't know. So okay, rook e8. I hope maybe my knight or bishop can knight can come to protect ace pawn, but now it is attacked again. So maybe knight f8 is better, or a6. Yeah, I played knight f8 now, because a6 maybe weakening, but I have to play it anyway. So my opponent is 2 minutes up, because I lost some time preparing my not preparing, actually my network was not bad. It was not so fast, because maybe that's why time is running out, and I am also talking here, making a video, trying. So let's see what my opponent moves, but he is attacking from the three pieces with the battery, queen, bishop, battery, and knight. But the dark bishop is not weak for white, so he is bringing another attacker to knight f3. So I think I should play not knight now, no, because if I move the knight, my pawn lost. So I can attack with the ace pawn, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, a6 is, maybe he can go knight back to f3. Then I can have some time to my and really Indonesian players are good. Oh, what's that? Bishop and knight a3, but it's not looking good, looking odd. Maybe I can capture it immediately. Yeah, because his king side is looking not so good now, and maybe I can start attack immediately. Oh, a3. Oh my god. Oh, I did not thought about that. That bishop can come. Queen defense. Queen can queen has its defense, so I have to move my queen now. I hope king g7, king g2, saving the pawn. But bishop is a very good defender of his pawn also. And really it is now knight f3 from my opponent because he wants to come to e5 again. Oh, it's a nice outpost if he can manage. How to prevent this? I cannot play knight because knight to g3 because capturing cost a pawn. But bishop d6 I can play. But anyway, it is coming. And his bishop is now activated, the dark one actually. So knight e6. Maybe I want. Okay, then it's coming, but the pawn can be attacked by my knights, and my two knights are defending actually. I don't see any good attacks from the bishop and queen because the queen is not in front of the bishop. There is no checkmate threat, and bishop is not capturing any pawn. My pawn is not on a7, and my knight is good defending actually, and so I want to play now bishop d6 because anytime I could capture it because the knight is so strong post here, outpost. So anytime he can sacrifice something, or so I need to be alert. And I am also attacking f4 pawn or h2 pawn anytime in the future. Let's see. Oh, he can. He played bishop d2. That means connecting his rooks. But now my plan is to attack this pawn on d4 because it is protected only one time. So my knight e6 is really doing a good job here. So I can take an extra pawn. Let's see how my opponent defends it. Maybe bishop e3 is coming, but then he can lose a tempo because bishop is doing two moves for it. So in opening, you should not play same pieces twice. That means, or so he could do bishop e3 earlier, but now it is my chance that I attack this pawn two times. Maybe here is a tactics also working. That means I will capture the pawn, then he captures the pawn. I will capture the knight. That means I will give up his whole knight. Then it can be a trap because he cannot capture the queen. Yeah, it's a nice tactics. And my bishop on c5 is waiting for that. So I think he will not capture. But I got an extra pawn. But still I am 2 minutes down. And anytime it is it is the cause of my defeat. That means time defeat. Sorry, time deficiency. I'm not so good at English, but so I try to speak faster. But my knight is attacking. I can capture, but in the meantime, my queen is not safe, so I have to save my. And I'm pre-moving because of my time is low than my opponent. So if knight captures, I will capture pawn. It's my target, and the knight is stronger on e5, so it will be better for me if he captures. And I am see my opponent is really attacking like just he has weakness on king side, but oh, he gives me pawn, but I cannot capture because my knight is pinned actually. So if I capture his knight, yeah, I can get a pawn with my queen, and my queen will be I'll be happy with two pawn advantage. He must capture, and maybe it is compensating for his extra 3 minutes. Not 3 minutes. Maybe 2 minutes is two, or actually time is not a factor here. If I have a initiative and I have my king has opponent weakness, my opponent has a weakness, so I can use it with the shortest time, lowest time. Not a problem. I need to maybe I can capture exchange the queens now. It is better because my knight will attack the bishop on f5, and it has some attack on e2 also. Fork, nice fork. So okay, it's a check, and he must go from here, or he could capture actually, but then maybe I could get some knight fork. So king must move, and he is protected by, but anytime my knight can reach there, I will try. And there is a check, and queen have a g2 square available, but now I can attack his bishop and always the threat, but there is no smoother mate I was planning, because the pawn on g2 is not here. Pawn on g2 is on h3, so there is check, but he can recover his king, reach to his king to g2 anytime. And but my knight has a nice outpost now. It is looking good. If he captures, I will take with my pawn. So let's see. Now my opponent is taking more time than me, and maybe my position is better. That means as I have extra pawns, so now he captures here on my queen on d4. I am happy to capture, and his bishop, dark bishop, is on d2, so he can capture. He should capture actually, but he plays in e3, attacking my knight. I can capture it anytime, but I think knight e2 is not doing anything, just and going back is not helping bishop, but I have a plan. Knight playing g3, and it's a check, but his pawn will be in fine shape, and I can grab his bishop. I think knight into f5 is simple, and now he captures, and I just can place my rook to save the pawn, or maybe knight f6 is also good. Or today it is the endgame. Is I'm recording it second time here, so maybe you can see some imbalance in my audio and my video. But I am real time. It was not recorded my sound, but I was playing really in real time. And now let's see my knight. Still I have this trick that I can give up the knight on g3, so I'm thinking about that and capture the bishop on e3. But it is better, I think, playing rook a2 d8. I'll just simply push my pawns. Oh, he captures the pawn on e2. I can grab it immediately actually, the a4 pawn, a3 pawn, but I think attack the rook is better. But I have no check with the knight, because the bishop on a7 is so good here. When knight, maybe I can attack and come, yeah, knight e2, then knight d2, and knight c4, attack the pawn. Let's see. My opponent still has good time, because I am thinking here, because I have advantage. I'm thinking taking many time, but I don't need to. I just simply try to capture or push the pawns. It should be my. And what I played, maybe I'm always trying to trick the white rook and king. But this pawn is now, how to save this pawn? Maybe pushing is better, because there I cannot go to b8, because the bishop is really doing good job saving a fork. So rook is played here. So rook f2, rook is guarded the f2 check again, and that means and attack my knight, f2 pawn also, f7 pawn, and I attacked his pawn on h3 and rook. Let's see how he survives. Okay, he plays good. He gives me the pawn, but now I have the now pawn rolling. Very nice, and bishop cannot capture. But oh, now the ace 3, ace 4 is cost me a pawn because I have to move my knight. So I can attack the rook here. Let's see. He has to, he cannot capture with the f rook. He can f1 rook on the c7 rook is attacked. Oh, he can capture the c f2 pawn anyway. But my push is I think it is so good and it's so strong, and hope he is in trap because only one move I need to, and there is no checkmate. The bishop is not on the diagonal of ace 8 to a1. Otherwise, it could be devastating. There will be some threats for me. So let's see how my opponent responds to my pawn push. Maybe it is really winning a piece. And the yeah, I am talking about the dark square here. The dark bishop, if he has this control of this dark square, but or now he can preventing pawn, but he cannot prevent actually, but he can capture the pawn on ace3 or ace6, sorry. But then he, just a check is, but now this pawn is going to promote and he gives up this rook on f2. Oh my god, and I'm happy to get it and give the pawn ace3, ace6, and maybe he can grab the d2 pawn also, and I'm happy actually getting a whole rook. But the time is a factor here, so my opponent is also happy because anytime I can, oh yeah, it's his move I cannot capture, so I am going to grab a pawn, maybe the end game with extra knight, and pin. I have to use the pin, but the king is very good, really coming to center. I have to improve my king also, trying to get the pawn, but the bishop is. But now I'm happy capture the knight, capture the bishop with my knight, and pushing the another pawn, and my king can handle this pawn anytime, no problem. And now this rook is devastating. That means grabbing all pawns on the ace file, and maybe my opponent has to resign, and he is a good player who is resigning because he has nothing to do. Thanks for watching my uh, game. Hope you enjoy it, and I am on the road to 2000, and I increased 8 ELO in this game, and I am typing GG to my opponent. And so thank you. You hope you stay tuned with my channel, subscribe my channel, like the video if you are really. So Monks Play Chess today, signing off. Thank you so much.